Today I'm going to be reviewing the ESV Heritage Bible, and this is from Crossway. I have the Horween leather edition because I was really curious about what this leather looked like, feels like, and how it will change over time. So you're going to have this pledge card from Crossway in the box. It is wrapped in this black velvet. Just put this out here. Okay, so the first thing I noticed when I got my Heritage is that it already had, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, it already had two nice scratches right here and right here. I don't know if the camera's going to pick that up, kind of, sort of, maybe. So I had to take about 30 seconds to take some deep breaths and get over myself and realize that this leather is going to scratch. It is going to look a little different over time and take some wear, and that's okay. That's the point of the Horween leather. But as I said before, I am a perfectionist, and when I first saw it, I was like, oh my word, there's two scratches in it already. I didn't even do that. So again, I had to take a couple seconds, some deep breaths, get over myself and my perfectionism, and realize this is what it's going to look like. And I'm happy with it now. I don't mind. You can see there's a couple little marks in it already. That was probably from me because I have used it a couple times already. But it is taking some marks in it. You can see the spine here. We have the raised hubs. It is blind stamped. And at first, when I first saw other people's copies, I was like, I don't know if I really like that. I kind of like the foil stamping better that we usually see in our premium Bibles and even some of our non-premium Bibles. I just wasn't sure if I was a fan of this, but now that I have it in my hand, I kind of actually like it. It's just understated, nice looking. The leather smells really good too. On the back then, it has this kind of like mark on it as well. And it may have come like that. I don't remember seeing it when I first got it, but again, who knows? Because as I said before, this leather does scratch and mark very easily, and it's just going to happen. We have another mark over here. We have perimeter stitching. We have 4 ribbons. Yes, they are Crossway's ribbons, so we all know we've seen better, but at least there's 4. That's kind of nice. And you can see even from, I don't know if you can see on the camera actually, but even when I'm holding it, like, it kind of gets like marks from my fingers on it, like the moisture from my hands, which sounds kind of gross, sorry, but it is what it is, and it does make some little marks on it, and usually they kind of, you know, rub out and go away, but it's just the nature of this leather. I'm already starting to see some little creases and lines in it as well, but I'm going to move on from the cover because I don't even know if you can see it on the camera, and we're not going to be spending an entire video on that. So anyway, it has the art gilding, the kind of salmon reddish color under gold. We have a presentation page. We have marriages, births, and adoptions. Kind of get a better angle here. We have deaths. And then if I can turn my pages, there we go. We have a table of contents. My dishwasher is going off in the background. So if you hear strange gurgling noises, that's what it is. We're going to have the preface next. And then we're going to have an explanation of features that are included in this edition. So we're going to have section headings, textual footnotes. Let's keep turning here. Cross-reference footnotes and maps. So there's not a lot of extras included with this Bible, but the point of the Heritage, in my opinion anyway, is to be a reading Bible. So you can see this very nice layout here, single column. The spacing, the margins, it's a really great layout. It's really easy on the eyes. chapter numbers are big and bold. Now the verse numbers are a little smaller. They're not impossible to pick out, but they are smaller. They're not super, they don't stand out, I guess I would say. But for a reading Bible, or just something I would carry along to church with me and look up verses, I wouldn't have any issues with that. I'm going to have, excuse my reach here, I just want to bring the box back over here because it's almost falling off the table. Alright, so anyway, this is 28 GSM paper. We have a 9.25 font, but I think it actually reads slightly bigger just because of the line spacing and the formatting. We of course have a sewn binding. You can see there's some of the ribbons. I do really like how this feels in my hand as well. Now that I'm not worried about scratching the leather anymore, I can relax and enjoy it. It is line matched as well. And as we get into the New Testament here, you can see that it is a black letter text. Get towards the end here, so let me just skip to the end of the Bible, show you what's after Revelation here. If I can turn my pages. My goodness, we're almost there, I promise. All right. Whew, so after all that, we have a table of weights and measures. And then we have 2 blank sheets here, and then we're going to get into the maps, which are on the glossy paper. These are the typical maps that you will see in Crossways Bibles. This diagram here as well. And then at the end, we're just going to have some more cardstock, and then we're at the end of the Bible. Okay, so my opinions on the Horween leather. I'm no expert. I love to read the Bible. I read it every day. I have several different Bibles. I was curious about this leather as I have everything from paperback to goatskin Bibles. I was eager to check this out. So my very amateur opinions. When I first saw it, like most people were saying, I was like, okay, slightly underwhelmed. It's very smooth. I had to do some deep breathing about the scratches on the cover, as I already mentioned. I was at first not sure about the blind stamping, but then I've grown to like that. I'm curious, really, to see how if the leather's going to change and patina over time. I think it's a really neat reason to get the Bible, like, oh, I'm going to use it a lot so I can see how the leather changes. Hey, if it's going to get people reading their Bible, great, more power to them. So that's a nice kind of incentive to see how it's going to look and change as you continue to read it, hopefully every day, carry it with you, whatever, you choose to do with this Bible. Would I pay $300 for it, or whatever the list price was? It was like $329, I think. No, probably not. But have I ever paid that much for a Bible? No, I haven't. So I don't know if I'm the best judge of that. Is there anything wrong with paying $300 for this or another Bible? Again, no. But my personal opinion, I would not pay that much. I did get mine 50% off, so with tax and everything, it was like $175, which I was fine paying that. Would I pay more than $200? I don't know. Like, I don't know if I would. The layout is probably worth it because it's a really nice layout. That I like the single column. I like how readable it is. The leather's nice. There's nothing wrong with it. I don't have any complaints about it. I don't know if I would spend that much. I don't know. I'm pretty happy with how I spent $175 on it. I don't know that I would spend much more than $200 on it. My opinion, though. But again, I haven't had it that long either, so let's see how this changes over time, and maybe it'll change my mind. But if you are looking for a really nice ESV with a wonderful layout for reading, I would highly recommend the Heritage Bible, which is, of course, what I'm reviewing right now. Duh, but anyway. Sorry, I'm saying a lot. Would I recommend the Horween leather or the goat skin? Well, I think that depends on, are you as much of a perfectionist as I am or more? Is it going to bother you that it scratches and has marks on it? If so, you probably want to go with the goat skin. Save yourself a little money, possibly some headaches. If you don't mind that, and if you want to see how this leather is going to change over time, I think the Horween leather would be a good choice for you. And I'm really excited to see how it changes as I continue to read this beautiful Bible every day. So that is the ESV Heritage Edition, and that's from Crossway.